Hey everybody, you're tuning in to Mad About It. I'm your host, Becky with the good hair. That's right, it's me. So today I have like a really weird episode, I guess. I'm like, I guess I was already kind of out, you know what I mean? Like when I started, I was like, hello, I'm non-binary and I have a stage name, blah blah blah. But I didn't really say any details about, like, my individual sorts of, like, gender or anything. But I thought maybe it was a good time to come out as being a trans masculine person. And I have started hormones, and I am as of now, like, 2 weeks and like 2 days on testosterone. And I was like, I'm gonna make the Queer Eye review and I'm gonna talk about that. But it was like, honestly, like I am so distracted because to me, like, my voice is just so different already. And I didn't think that it was gonna be this different. And I also didn't think that I was going to feel this different. And I also didn't think that any of this was going to happen so fast. But I am pretty excited about all of it. And that's like the weirdest thing about it. So much so that it's almost like, well, I kind of almost need to make like a gender update of the podcast. Because like, I'm not sure that I am non-binary, but I'm definitely more on the dude side of non-binary. Like if I was see, that doesn't make any sense though, you know what I mean? Like if you're non-binary, that means you don't play by the rules. So why would I compare myself to the binary while describing my non-binariness? It makes no fucking sense. So I guess I'm just non-binary, but I do kind of, at the end of the day, it's like, do I wish that I had a dick? It's like, a little bit. I think having a pussy's pretty dope. Like, I'm very, 5-star reviews for my pussy. Like, I have no beefs with having a pussy. I have functioning genitalia, so I don't have, like, a crazy amount of, like, penis envy. But I am very envious of, like, guys with lower voices than me, and I'm very envious of like being tall and being muscular and being low voiced. Yes, I've been trying to do that like my whole fucking life. Like since I was like a little baby tot, like a little Becky tot, I was like, hey. So like it's like, I don't know. Do I even need to make an episode about it? I guess not. I kind of just wanted to. But yeah, so if you're tuning in and you're like, does this person have the worst, do they have like some sort of throat cancer, or they have some sort of permanent cold that never goes away? Well, kind of. I'm also just on testosterone. And, yeah, I tell you, it's been nuts. I hate to be like one of those like YouTube trans guys who's just like blah, 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 blah. But yeah, I mean you notice it. It's not noticeable. There are a lot of different things that are noticeable. And like honestly, I just like I'm having a hard time talking. I am also like on a fuck ton of acid right now. That's probably getting in the way of the talking, but yeah, there's probably gonna be a dope bass track to this. Just get ready. I'm like so excited. I was practicing before this. I was like, I want to make a coming out video, and then I want to have the sickest bass solo ever for it, of course, because like that's what life is for, sick bass solos. Yeah, so I don't know, I that's the thing, like it's like I definitely probably will always be non-binary, but I'm hardcore identifying with this testosterone right now. So much so that it's like, men are amazing. Let's just, everybody just hop on the man train. You know, like, it's pretty overwhelming. And I was just kind of like, I was telling my girlfriend, I was like, holy shit. I was like, if this is what guys go through when they go through, this is what that is. Like, no wonder they all think that they're like god geniuses. You know what I mean? This shit makes you think you're a god genius. Like, for sure, for real. I also just, like, I went to the gym yesterday, and usually, like, I'm pretty active. Becky's pretty active. Becky knows what it's like to get tired. I did a workout that should have made me tired, and it didn't fucking make me tired. Not even like a little bit. I was like, all right, more. And like, that's kind of been just the theme of the last 2 weeks, is just more. Everything is more. And it's been nuts. But yeah. So yeah, if you're tuning in and you're like, what's happening to this person? It's because I'm like kind of a dude now. And I say kind of because I don't even know. You know, I wish I could just be, you know, just agender. Just none of it. And then just like kind of do what I want with my body and just let everybody mind their own fucking business. That'd be my ideal world. Is where I don't need to tell anybody, nobody needs to ask. And everybody, I guess, I don't know, then still I just want everybody to call me sir. I think it's just I fucking hate being a lady. That's the thing. And my therapist is like, do you want to be a man or do you just hate being a lady? I'm like, I don't know. You know, like, I don't know. I don't know what that is. You know? And she's like, you're not crazy. I'm like, explain to me. Explain to me that. Explain to me how I am not crazy. Because I somehow have my mind made up so thoroughly that I was able to get all of this shit together and get hormones. Like, I have, like, you know, I had to do a lot of stuff. I had to do a lot of stuff in order to get hormones. It was not something that I just, like, woke up and was like, today's the day I'm gonna start, you know, changing my gender. I had therapy. I had doctor's appointments, and I ended up getting an endo because I have other health problems, and like, so they you know, this might interact with all my other health problems. So I was like, fuck, you know, how's this gonna fuck with my health? And basically my endo's like, it doesn't. So, you know, it does, but it doesn't. Like, you know, everything, like, you know, like fucking everything fucks with your health, like everything. It's not really an excuse to do whatever you want, but, you know, I was kind of like, I have polycystic ovarian syndrome, so I was already kind of in between, and I was like, you know, being a lady is a total lie. Like, just, it's a total lie, you know. And and now that I'm on testosterone, it's like, oh man, like, this person that I'm trying to become is actually who I really am, and the person that I was it's not that they're a liar, but that person is not really who I was. And that's pretty crazy to realize. It's pretty crazy. I'm having a real tough time with it, and the hormones seem to be helping, but not so much that I'm able to just like have a coherent conversation with myself about it in the fucking closet and do a podcast. Yeah. But so yeah, I guess, you know, am I a man? Debatable. Do I wish people call me sir? Yes. Are those the same things? No. Does it matter? My therapist is like, just, you know, be yourself. I'm like, fucking duh, bitch. Like, that's, you know, like, it's not like I'm like, It's not like I'm like, oh gosh, what, how do I be myself? I'm just like, I didn't know that being a dude was an option. I knew that it was an option, like I'm fucking Becky with the good hair, like I knew it was an option. But I just didn't think it was, I didn't see it in the cards for me. And now that it is in the cards for me, it's like, oh, this is embarrassing. I honestly, like, I'm embarrassed. Truthfully, I'm embarrassed that it took me this long to realize this. I could have avoided so many weird, awkward things. But, I guess you live and learn, you grow. But it's weird as hell. And, like, I told my mom, and my mom was like, oh, yeah, I've known since you were 3. I was like, you've known since you were 3? Okay. Cool. The fuck? Is that why you did all this shit that you did? Like, that's how I was like, like, I already knew that you knew. That, like, I'm not surprised at this. Like, I don't know what to do with this information. My therapist is like, oh, all this is good. And I'm like, yeah. It's all good for sure. Totally makes sense. This is all good. I also just, I'm a teenage boy right now, I guess. I give it a 1 out of 5. I don't like being a teenage boy. I like being a teenage boy a hell of a lot better than I like being some stranger liar lady that doesn't exist. What? I don't even know. I just like, what universe am I in? I don't know which one I'm in. I just kind of think that, if I could, this is the truth. I would not have a gender. I would not have a sex. I would not have a body. I would just be a sound. That's what I want to be. I just want to be a sound. So that's what I'm accomplishing. Hello. That's what I want to be. I just want to be a sound. I don't want to have kids. I don't want any of the normal shit. I don't want food. I don't want sex. I don't want sunshine. I want to be recorded. I want to be heard. I am a sound, So I'm hoping that I can strike a tone with the world somehow. And I'm hoping that there's some other way for me to try to be confident besides this, like, hormone. Like, I feel like I'm cheating, I'm like so confident now. Before it was so hard for me to do anything. I had to pep talk myself to do fucking anything, and now it's like I have to talk myself out of doing things. Totally different circumstance. Yeah, it's been nuts. So yeah. That's the gender update, I guess. Hopefully my voice will get way lower, hopefully everything will change, but I don't know, I'm starting a little later in the game than like a lot of guys do, so I am not feeling like super optimistic about any of it, to be honest, but I am feeling optimistic about the doctor that I have and how I'm like not gonna get like a blood clot and die. So I'm like feeling pretty good about that, feeling pretty good about most of it. And I really like how testosterone feels so far. I just am like kind of overwhelmed by what I'm supposed to be doing in like society, I just try to figure out where I'm at right now as an in-betweener in Kentucky. It's a little weird. And I feel a lot better just talking to nobody about it. You know, I really like hanging out with you guys. So, and it's like so amazing. Oh my goodness, it's amazing. Like the different people. So I you know, I'm very grateful to you guys. I'm excited to start this journey. I guess a journey that I was already on. That's the thing, you know, like I've been on this journey for a long time. It's just now I'm on something that's like exposing my journey. That's what it feels like. It feels like I'm being exposed slowly, because I had all these lies, you know, I had all these things that weren't me that I could hide behind, and now it's just, okay, yes, all right, I might secretly wish that I was a man, and you know, I might actually try to be that, and now everybody's gonna have to start to see what I've been thinking. And it's kind of, to be honest with you, like, maybe it's just the acid, but like, it's just wigging me the fuck out. I think a lot of people, you know, a lot of people I've seen there are like, oh yeah, you know, the pre-T beginning transition stage is tough. Like, yeah, no shit. But I have been through like way worse things. So this is still like exciting and very encouraging. And I'm excited, you know, I am just downright excited. Like, my, like, hands feel different. Like, how do you describe, you know, like, my face feels, like, weirdly, like, a little different. Like, your skin, I don't know, my skin is just not as soft. Like, it's still really soft. Like, but, I don't know, before my skin was, like, unbelievably soft, like mythic level soft, and now it's like soft skin. It's so exciting, you know. I fucking hated how soft my skin was. I was like, goddamn, like this like mutant level softness. You know, when my girlfriend's really soft, I'm like, oh, this is so wonderful and like it's so blissful and heavenly. And like other people who have touched my stomach and stuff will be like, oh my god, your skin is so soft, blah blah blah. And like, that's like such a nice thing to say to somebody. It shouldn't mean fucking anything. It should not make you want to just jump off a cliff for somebody to tell you have soft skin. But when it's like the softest skin ever and you're trying to be a tough guy, it's like, that sucks. There's a huge contrast between the way that my skin feels and the way that I wished my skin felt. And it's like, that's stupid and crazy, you know, and I'm not allowed to say that. I'm Becky with the good hair. I'm not allowed to say that that's stupid and crazy. But that's what my, you know, and it's like, okay, I think that this is just a bad inside voice. It's a bad inside voice. It shouldn't be in here. We gotta kick it to the curb. But, you know, you know, I don't know. I have a sister that I haven't talked to in years. She stopped talking to me when I came out as gay. She's real Christian. She's also just an asshole. But she's just a bit of an asshole, and like I hear her voice whenever I do anything that's like for myself, you know. And this transition really feels like it's for me. It really feels like it's like I get to take this for myself. I am taking this. I want to take testosterone to become who I really am. And it feels overwhelmingly selfish, you know. And I hope that that's just like, you know, that I'm on a really low dose and I don't know what's going on, you know. But I don't even know. It's a crazy sensation. And my therapist was like, yo, this is bad. You should not feel this way. It's not selfish to be trans. You need to be authentic and treat yourself with respect and, you know, blah, blah, blah. I'm just like, I get it. That's all wonderful to say. But, like, you know, it's a whole lifetime of experiences that you have to set aside and say, you know, none of that matters now because I'm I'm a man, I guess. I know that that's not what it is, but it's a lot. Like, I don't, it makes everything make sense, but it's also ridiculous. And I wish that I was coping with it better, I guess. I feel like it's a weird thing. It's a weird thing. But so yeah, that's the gender update, I guess. I apologize if I bothered anybody with my frankness. I'm just talking about my own experience, This is in no way an indicator of anybody else's experience. It's literally just one Becky's life. And we'll see what happens. I hope my voice gets way lower. That's my hope. It's my dream. And I am like singing everything down 10 octaves. So as far as like, well, what are you doing about it? Like as much as possible. I'm doing as much as possible about it. So yeah. All right. We're gonna talk about Queer Eye like eventually. Eventually, I'm gonna have the energy and the pep and the clarity of mind to be able to talk about something other than my gender, But right now, I'm like that's pretty much all I'm thinking about. That, and we're moving, and so it's like cool. I get to do all this like super handy shit. I get to be so macho. It's so fun. But yeah, like I just am that way anyway. That's the thing. Yeah, I mean, it just kind of feels like I'm lying a little bit less than yesterday, which is weird as hell, because I thought I was so honest, that's what I am all, and I was, I didn't even know, like how you can't be honest about something you don't even know, I guess. How does that even work? Sometimes I'm just like permanently like this like super, super idealistic little 3-year-old who's just like full of ideas and absolutely no execution. Yes. That is me. So I don't know. You should hang around if you want to, because like I'm just gonna keep talking about like random shit that I like. That's what the podcast is. We're gonna talk about gender. We're gonna talk about sex. We're gonna talk about sexuality. We're gonna talk about movies, TV, music, the works. And maybe at some point I will interview somebody, but right now I'm having a hard enough time like doing just about fucking anything. Man. But I mean, the good news is I have this dope bass guitar, and I have it's like, seriously though, the people that have found the podcast, like, how did you find me, first of all, and second of all, I love you. Like, I can't even, I think, again, it might be the acid, but it's like, I'm just so happy about it. I'm very happy about it. I'm definitely not mad about any of it. The only thing I'm not mad about right now is fucking podcasts. It's the best. And, yeah, I mean, check out the blog, check out the podcast. I mean, you are currently checking out the podcast, so I don't need to tell you to check it out, but, yeah, hopefully I will keep getting lower and keep getting steadier and stop being so fucking sad all the time. Oh my god. My therapist, though, she was like, yeah, it's not gonna help your depression. I'm like, well, yeah, I mean, yeah, but like being a dude will. Like, that's fine. I was like, what the fuck, man? I was like, like, yeah, it's gonna. Like, stop telling me this shit. I understand that testosterone is not an antidepressant. Who the fuck thinks that that's what it is? Like, obviously, there are people that are, like, killing people because they're taking too much testosterone. So, I'm sorry, this was supposed to be, like, a 15-minute episode, but, like, so right now I'm on, like, the lowest dose of testosterone ever. I'm on, like, 50 milliliters every 2 weeks because my ovaries and shit, they might torque or some nonsense. And, so I was like, I wonder how, I wonder if everybody else starts at 50 milliliters every 2 weeks, because I don't think so, I was Googling it, and there are cis guys pumping themselves up with 2 or 3, 500 milliliters of testosterone every week for bodybuilding. And I used to compete in powerlifting, so, like, I know about steroid abuse and stuff. Like, I know that these guys are doing this, but I don't know, I never thought about it in relation to, like, what a trans guy does. Like, in comparison to what a trans, that's more testosterone than necessary to change your gender. Like, these cis bodybuilding guys, a lot of them are putting more testosterone and more steroids into their body than way more than anybody should be. Way more. Way too much. It's way too much. Like, a trans guy uses, like, 200 milliliters every week, I think, to keep, like, a normal testosterone level. I think some maybe less than, some maybe more. I don't know. I think everybody's a little different, but 500 milliliters of testosterone on top of having functioning testicles. And you know what they say in the forums? They're all like, oh, I have mood swings and my sex drive is down and my blah 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 blah. It's like, yeah, because you're fucking yourself to hell. The fuck are you doing? What you think is gonna happen? You're just gonna become He-Man? You think that's just become, unbelievable. Like, and I get it. Like, but the toxic masculine stuff with the getting huge and buff and stuff. It's like, I get it because that's how I am, and I totally see it and I totally understand, and I, like, have the desire to be as muscular as possible. So I understand. But, like, I wonder if they know, like, what, like, this is what it takes to literally go from being female to being male. That's how much hormones you need. You are taking 2 times more than that. Like, you should not be doing that. Like, no, stop it. And it's, and, like, like, when my doctor gave me the testosterone stuff, he was like, yo, this is gonna give you blah 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 blah. And it was like, fuck, I have to accept that all of these things might happen to me. So I did. I get that that's what those cis guys think they're doing, but I also now, after being on testosterone for all of 2 weeks and 2 days, I'm gonna go ahead and say that that's some bullshit. And you don't know what you're doing, because, like, you're already dosed, dude. Like, you're already, like, the normal amount of tea is, like, already supercharged. You're already supercharged. So, man, yeah, I mean, and, like, before I started hormones, I had a different endocrinologist, and my endocrinologist accused me of doing, like, black market hormones. She was like, you say that you don't have hormone exposure, but you look, sound, and act like you have hormone exposure. I was like, that's because I have polycystic ovarian syndrome. And she was like, yeah, okay, sure. And then we had, like, a bunch of different testosterone tests done, and one of them came back, like, super high, and she was like, the fuck? But then it was like a lab error. Then I ended up having normal normal testosterone, and it was like, what? Like, you told me, like, everybody's been telling me my whole life that I have high testosterone. Now I have normal testosterone. None of this makes any sense. Doctors are crazy. But anyway, my whole point is, like, if you're a cis guy who thinks he needs to take testosterone, like, I have a friendly reminder from someone who's biologically female that you are on enough testosterone. More than enough. Yeah. Oh yeah. I think everybody's on too much. Like, this 50 milliliters I'm on is like, holy shit. So also, like, without taking testosterone, I was still able to, like, get a pretty macho pump out of just going to the gym and just, like, being a dude. So, like, you just don't need to take more testosterone than your fucking nuts are giving you. Like, holy shit. I mean, I get it. Like, some people, I guess some people get low testosterone when they're older and stuff, but I think that's like blown out of proportion a bit, for sure. I don't think that there are a lot of people that have low testosterone. I don't think that that's like an epidemic that's happening. Just gonna put that out there. This is like the anti-Alex Jones. There's, not a testosterone epidemic happening. Dun dun dun. So, yeah. Okay. This is, thanks again for tuning into the anti-Alex Jones hour. I am your host, Becky with the good hair. And we're going to be talking about, like, the normal shit we always talk about later, another time. But yeah, so I am non-binary, but I like, non-binary, trans-masculine, maybe. I guess that's the way that I would say it. I'm a AFAB who's hormonally transitioning to appearing more masculine, but I just kind of wish that I was a sound. That's my identity. All right, ta-ta for now. Mwah, mwah.